Good morning, students. Welcome to the final year classes. And first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you because you are promoted to the final years as a final years. So now I am going to share the syllabus with you people. So and I am the class teacher of C1. So here is the, if you are not properly getting the what I am writing on the board, you should listen and write it in the notes. So first of all, myself, Bayresh, I am working from past 1 year in this college. So see, in final years you have 6 subjects. So as you know, after your second year, the Kannada English is eliminated from your syllabus list. So your syllabus is includes 6 subjects. First one is EDP, Entrepreneurship Development Program. Second one is IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards. Next, third one is casting methods, CM, casting method. And fourth one is you have IFRS, CM, ED. Fourth one you have income tax. And fifth one and sixth one you have elective paper 1 and elective paper 2. In case of elective paper 1, you have advanced accounting. What is our main subject? Advanced accounting. Next one is GST, goods and services tax. This is elective paper 1 and this is elective paper 2. So in case of advanced accounting, so maybe you got these 6 subjects. Next we need to discuss. My main subject is advanced accounting. In this sem I am handling this subject. See, what are the 5 units in your advanced accounting syllabus? First one is you have accounts of banking companies. Accounts of banking companies. If you are not seeing clearly, please write down whenever I am explaining. So next one is you have accounts of insurance companies. Insurance company. Next you have inflation accounting. Next, fourth unit you have farm accounting. Next, fifth unit you have investment accounting. I think you are seeing clearly. First one is accounts of banking companies. Second one is accounts of insurance companies. Third one is accounts of inflation accounting. Next, farm accounting. Next, fifth one is investment accounting. Everyone got these 5 units, right? So let's see the one by one. Maybe you know, sir, in previous sems we studied financial accounting, advanced financial accounting, corporate accounting, advanced corporate accounting, right? So these all the subjects covered under the Companies Act 2013, related to Companies Act 2013. But in your advanced accounting subject, you will not learn anything from the Companies Act. Only you will learn Banking Act 1949, Insurance Act 1938. It will divide from General Insurance and Life Insurance. General Insurance Act 1972, Life Insurance 1955. Acts I am telling. Inflation account as well you learn. Farm accounting also you learn. Investment accounting also you will learn. So you will not learn the Companies Act in this sem specifically. See, listen. Take one by one. First one, accounts of banking companies. In case of accounts of banking companies, you need to prepare profit and loss account and balance sheet. In case of banking companies, maybe you are getting now. So, sir, in Companies Act 2013 also we are preparing same now, sir. What is the difference between this profit and loss account and balance sheet? So, in case of Companies Act 2013, you will prepare the same items, debit and credit. But in case of banking companies, you will not prepare like that. Here you will prepare schedule based profit and loss account and schedule based balance sheet. So what is schedules? Schedule is nothing but it is a list of contents containing specific items or specific adjustments. Okay. See, in case of profit and loss account, you will prepare 4 schedules. That is schedule number 13, schedule 13, schedule 14, schedule 15, schedule 16. See. So what is schedule 13? Schedule 13 heading is interest earned. Interest earned. So if in case banking company, right? So you know the meaning of banking. So according to Banking Act 1949 5C. So section 5 subsection C, banking company is a company where it receives deposit from the public and lending money to the general public for the specific period. That is called banking. Right? So if in case bank receiving the deposits, bank giving the loans. Bank giving the loans means it is charged interest on loans, right? That is income to bank. If in case bank is giving loan is asset to the bank, right? So on that loan, bank will charge the interest. That is schedule number 13, interest earned. Are you getting my point? Yes. So in these items, you will learn bills discounted. Bills discounted. That is also comes under schedule number 13. Interest and bills discounted. If in case any rebate on bills discounted, rebate on bills discounted. Sir, you told the bills discounted and interest earned. Then what is rebate on bills discounted? Rebate on bills discounted nothing but it's an income earned in advance already. Same we will tell prepaid, no? So if in case rebate on bills discount is given in the question, we will deduct from this schedule and take schedule number 5. Okay, I will later on I will discuss. Next, schedule number 13 is over. Next, schedule number 14, other incomes. Other income. If in case transfer fees, any adjustments, any traveling checks, amount received, like that adjustments will cover under the other income settings. So that is also very important. Next one, schedule number 15, interest expended. Interest expended. So interest expended. So what is, sir, here interest is earned and here interest is expended. What is the difference, sir? Here banking company will give loans. On that loans, banking company will charging the interest. So here deposits will receive no banking company. On that deposits, bank will pay the interest. For example, you received the scholarship of 1000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. On that bank will pay certain interest to you, right? At a 1 year later. So that is interest expended. This is the expenses for the bank. Okay. So in that you will cover 4 to 5 items. I will explain. Next, schedule number 16, operating expenses. So operating expenses nothing but day-to-day business activities. What are the expenses will come? Here branch adjustments will come. branch adjustment, any expenses will incur. Next, here any bad debts will come, bad debts, and here will come any operating like daily wages and repairs of computers. Repairs will come automatically in computers because banking company will use depending upon the computers. No, repairs will automatically come. Only these four. One is interest and second one is other incomes. Schedule number 15 is interest expended. Schedule number 16 is operating expenses. These four schedules will come under the profit and loss account. Clear? Yes. If you are not clear, so we will see next. Now profit and loss account is over. Next, balance sheet. So in balance sheet, up to schedule number 13 to 16 is profit and loss account. From schedule number 1 to 12, balance sheet items. So you need to know what is balance sheet. Balance sheet, you know, it is a financial statement where we prepare in a companies. Here also same thing. According to Banking Act 1949, we are preparing the banking company based on the schedules. Okay. See, schedule number 1. So schedule number 1 is share capital. So banks also have some share capital, no? So that also we will record it in the banking companies. That may be authorized capital, that may be paid up capital, that may be called up capital, whatever it may be. Any capital will cover under the schedule number 1 share capital heading. So they will give the problem. We will see the next schedule number 2. So schedule number 2, what is schedule number 2? Schedule number 2, it will cover the reserves and surplus. Any reserves, that is proposed dividend. Next, profit and loss account. If in case we prepare profit and loss account, no, that balance will transfer to the schedule number 2 profit and loss account. That is schedule number 2 reserves and surplus. Next, any unclaimed dividend also comes under this schedule. Okay, so many items will come under this schedule. Next, schedule number 3. Schedule number 3, deposits. Schedule number 3, deposits. And the deposits, maybe you know what are the types of deposit. It may be time deposits, it may be demand deposits, it may be current deposits, it may be recurring deposit, RD. SB, current deposits, recurring deposit, demand deposits. Whatever the forms of deposit, we will show under the schedule number 3. Are you getting? Yes. Next, see schedule number 4, that is borrowings. If in case banking company also borrow some items from the RBI, Reserve Bank of India. You know, already you learned in the IFS, right? Reserve Bank of India. So that borrowings items will cover under the schedule number 4. Next, schedule number 5. Schedule number 5 is nothing but the other liabilities. Other liabilities. Other liabilities nothing but any liabilities is given in the question that will cover under the schedule number 5. Whatever the liabilities, that is branch adjustment, credit, any bad debts. Bad debts will not cover. There is liability, no. Next, travelers checks. Travelers checks also liability to the bank. That will cover under the other liabilities heading. Next, schedule number 6, cash in hand. So maybe you know authorized capital, reserves and surplus, deposits, borrowings, other liabilities. These 5 schedules comes under the liability side. Are you getting? Yes. We will show the heading. Here liabilities, here assets. If In case liability side, these 5 adjustment, 5 schedules: share capital, reserves and surplus, deposits, borrowings, other liabilities covers under liability side. Next, issue the we know the asset side schedules. Asset side schedules: cash in hand and with RBI. Even yes, any cash in hand with the bank and with the RBI, that will cover under the schedule number 6. So it will specifically mentions. Next, schedule number 6. Schedule number 6 over. Schedule number 7. Cash, money at call, and short notice. Short notice. Cash, money at call, short notice. Cash, money at call and short notice. This also directly they will give money at call. If in case any calls made by the bank, that is also covered under schedule number 7. Next, schedule number 8, investment. So any investments made by the bank regarding whatever, regarding government securities, regarding other securities, and regarding any some items with RBI, some bonds, that will all cover under the investments heading. Next, schedule number 9, advances, and it may be called as a loans. If in case any advance or loan given to the customers, that is asset to bank, no? Yes, that is asset to bank. That will cover under the schedule number 9, advances or loans. Next, schedule number 10. Schedule number 10 covers the fixed assets. Fixed assets. In fixed assets, it may have computers, it may have some furniture, and after the depreciating, we will record it. The fixed assets. So, are you getting? Schedule number 10 is fixed assets. Next, schedule number 11. Schedule number 11 is other assets. Other assets, nothing but it may accept the fixed assets. That may be tools, stationery, papers, some other extra items in the bank. So say that will cover the other assets heading. Schedule number 11, other assets. So next, schedule number 12. Schedule number 12, contingent liabilities. Contingent liabilities. Contingent liabilities, but it may happen in future. Liabilities. For that, they will reserve some money. That is contingent liabilities. So it is happened. So for that happening, reserve some money now. That is called contingent liabilities. So this is schedule number 12. Only we will total up to schedule number 11. This will not total. Are you getting? If in case of balance sheet, it will cover liability side and asset side. If in case of liability side, we will take share capital, we will take reserves and surplus, we will take deposits, and we will take borrowings, and we will take other liabilities. These 5 schedules will count under the liability side. Next, cash in hand with RBI, money at call, investment, advances, fixed assets, and other assets, and contingent liabilities. These 7 schedules will come under the asset side. Are you getting now? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, contact me. Okay. So in banking companies, you will prepare 2 types of statements. One is profit and loss account, and second one is balance sheet. You know the profit and loss account also, and you know the balance sheet also, right? And you know the meaning of banking also, types of deposits also, you know. Next, after that, wait 1 minute. So now you fully clear the banking components. What is banking company? What are its deposits? What are its schedules? And what are the accounts we will prepare? You know the, and you have some clarity about the banking companies, right? Next one, you have accounts of insurance companies. Accounts of insurance company. So Insurance Act is 1939. Are you getting? Yes. So in insurance, we will divide general insurance and we will divide life insurance. Right? Yes. So in case of general insurance, it's Act 1972. It is very important. It may ask for 2 marks. What is general insurance and what is life insurance? So the life insurance 1955. So you need to prepare here. Here you need to prepare to this is also schedule based, general insurance and life insurance. So in case of insurance, the both common thing is insurance. Insurance nothing but it is a money made by the and it is a money contributed in the insurance company where future uncertainties will meet. Nothing but, for example, we have one bike. On that bike, everyone will pay insurance rate. Why? If in case any uncertainty will happen in the future, so it will protect us. That is insurance, right? So under insurance, general insurance, life insurance. General insurance is about vehicle insurance. Vehicle insurance will come. Marine insurance will come. Every insurance will come except life. For life also insurance. For example, can anyone take life insurance? Yes, everybody will take life insurance. For example, you will, I think in your class, everyone will take the life insurance. See, in case of general insurance and life insurance, common things is premium. Premium. What is premium? It is the amount paid by the customer to the company to make the insurance policy. Correct, right? Everyone pay insurance premium to make the insurance, that is premium. It will cover the insurance or insurance plans. Next, surrenders. Surrenders also, it is also type of insurance amount covers under the insurance company. Next one, reinsurance. What is reinsurance? Sir, we know insurance. What is reinsurance? Reinsurance nothing but, for example, take here company worth is 5,000 crores. One company, one insurance company will not manage the 500 crores of risk. Are you getting? So, for example, A insurance company and B insurance company, both will share their risk regarding the company. So that is called reinsurance. In two companies will share now. This is because this is huge amount, 5,000 crores. A also shares, B also shares. So this is insurance companies. So here also you will prepare separate schedules for general insurance and separate schedules for life insurance. Okay? Yes. That will see in the next class. Next, here we will see the inflation account. Inflation. What is inflation? So inflation account is not like economic inflation. It is like a preparing of CPP, cost of purchasing method, and CAA. CA, cost of correcting sales method. So these two methods will cover under inflation accounting. We need to prepare. This is very important. Only you will prepare cost of purchasing power method and cost of sales adjustment, that is COSA. Cost of sales adjustment also you will prepare under the inflation accounting. Are you getting? Yes. So this is your third unit. Next, farm accounting. Farm accounting, as usual, you know, in farm accounting you will prepare profit and loss account and you will prepare balance sheet, right? So in profit and loss account you will see the stock, opening stock, closing stock, sales, purchases, everything you will see. In case of balance sheet you will see the machineries, some accessories, some loans taken by the bank, everything you will see. only two accounts. One is profit and loss account and balance sheet. And this farm accounting will not contain the schedules. Okay, only banking companies and insurance companies will contain the schedules. Next one is investment accounting. Maybe you know, in case of investment accounting, you need to know meaning of investment, types of investment. Next, interest. In case of interest, you will see X interest. Okay. Next, you see the pre-interest, X interest, pre-interest. You need to calculate. So these are the items we'll cover under the investment accounting. So this is your syllabus. Next, let's see how many questions will cover the question paper and what are the marks from each chapter. See, in case of banking company, sure for 100%, 2 marks one question, 6 marks one question and 14 marks one question for banking companies. Next, insurance companies, there are two terms, general and life. In case of general also 14 marks question, in case of life also 14 marks question. Are you getting my point? Yes. Next, 6 marks also one question will cover. So here insurance company, and one more thing I forgot, revenue account you will prepare and balance sheet you will prepare. Revenue account and balance sheet. But banking company, profit and loss account and balance sheet you will prepare. Are you getting? Yes. Next, in case of inflation accounting, you will cover only 6 marks. And farm account is for 2 marks, it's for 6 marks and it's for 14 marks. Yes. Next, in case of investment also there are 2 marks question and 6 marks question. There is no 14 marks question. So banking company is very important, insurance company is very important, farm accounting is very important. So only 5 units you have in your syllabus, right? Everyone is understanding these concepts. If you have any doubts, please personally contact me. Okay? Yes, only this is the syllabus coverage, and we will take next class, and next class onwards we will see the theory part of banking companies and we will see the practical portion of banking companies. This is very important. Okay? Yeah, thank you.